Hey, what's going on? It's Steve. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is part 2 of a 2-part series for people that have the Boss RC-600 loop station. Maybe you're thinking about getting one, or you just like to geek out. Both videos address a couple bugs or issues that people are having with the 600, me included. And, we think Boss ought to address them and provide some capabilities fixes. They may see them as a feature, but I think most people view it as a bug and a limitation. So in the first video, I went over a solution from a guy named Dino here. This is the Boss RC-600 loop station group on Facebook. And Dino posted a video where he showed a pretty creative way to use a combination of assigns and foot pedal reordering or reassignment to solve a problem of being able to go from a verse to a chorus or back or wherever on the one count. And so when you went from a chorus back to a verse, you knew you were going to end up on the first beat, not in the middle. So that whole video explains it all, and hopefully it'll be helpful, especially for live loopers. But props to Dino because he's the one that shared the video, and he gave me permission to do something here. Today's video here, if I go down here, that length fix is another issue, is that when you are building a multi-part song, let's say you have a chorus that's 4 bars and, a verse that's 4 bars and a chorus that's 5 bars. Or maybe, you've got an 8-bar verse and a 6-bar chorus. So you end up with all these different, types of songs, and every once in a while you do a live looping performance and suddenly the Boss doesn't act the way you think it is, and it can create a big embarrassment and problem. So we're going to try to go over that. One thing I want to say too, as I do with all my videos, I do stuff in super wide stereo. That's not mega stereo, but that's a stereo acoustic. And then I use my iPad to control some other instruments. Got a little keyboard going on. All right, so we won't be doing that in this video, but we are going to dive into the 600. If you haven't already, maybe if these videos are helpful, hit the like button, subscribe here on the channel. I'll be doing a bunch more RC600 content, and click the bell or whatever. But thanks for thinking of that, and let's hop into this. So I'm going to go, let me show you my setup here. Let me go to that camera angle. So there is my 600. For now, the blue screen doesn't really matter as much, but let me give you the lay of the land here. I think I got to click that button to get back. Okay, this uses the same basic setup that I explained in the first video. So I went deep into that length fix screen up there on the other video and showed every setting and navigating through menus. I'm going to do that again here, but for now, if I come over here, let me show you just as a refresher. I got this track set up to record track 1, this to record track 2, and that to record track 3. These I covered in the previous video. I'm not going to go deep into those, but this one right here, I'll just tell you quickly. This has a control pedal that does an all start, all stop. And this one does all start, so I say control pedal. I changed the pedal in mode 1. It doesn't record track 4, it doesn't all start, all stop. This doesn't record track 5, it doesn't all start, all stop. And then there's 2 assigns here, one that turns on the first track, another that turns on the second track, and then this one over here turns on the first track and the third track. In other words, I can put a verse on track 2, a percussion on track 1, and this one right here starts the percussion on track 1 and the verse on track 2, and this one right here starts the chorus and the percussion. So I explained all that in the other video. That's pretty fast and technical. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Steve Miller band song in E major. I don't know that he did it in E major, but it sounded okay here with this acoustic guitar. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm put down a really simple click right here, percussion on track 1. Let me try this. Ready? Sounds like We Will Rock You, but that's not what we're doing. All right, here we go. Okay, 4 bars. I'll count them off real quick. Ready? Turn it down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 4, 2, 3, 4. 4. Basic math. 1, 2. So there's 4 bars, and now we're gonna do a 5-bar chorus. Ready? Okay. I think we're in good shape. Here's the chorus. And here's where the magic happens. 1, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if you're familiar with this, you've already gone, okay, now we're talking. Again, I could have done an 8-bar verse and a 9-bar chorus, but you'll see one of the cool things is as I solo on top of it, I can extend that chorus. I'll show you 2 examples. I'm going to play with, I'm going to play and let one go 4 and one go 5, and then go back to the 4. The second time, I'm going to start the 5 count, the chorus over and near the end, and I'm going to make it a 9-bar. Check this out. Okay, so I actually forgot to go back to the verse, but I could have anytime I wanted to. I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to do the whole thing over again. I'll try to get that little little whistle better. And this time I'm going to extend the chorus. I'm going to sort of play it almost twice and go back to the verse. So you'll see what I mean. Ready? I hit stop. I think this method should start me on the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, lost my pick, about broke a string, but you can see right there, the magic is happening here. And I'll even go a little bit deeper and show you how you can go anywhere you want, anytime you want. Ready? Tune up. again, using that other method, let's say chorus. So you can go whenever you want to. Ready? So I don't have to hang around for that last bar on the chorus if I don't want to. If I want to start this thing over, right? Watch this. Not sure whether that was cool or lame. One more little loop. Hit the all stop, you're out. Okay, so that got maybe a little messy at the end right there, but you can see right there, using the all stop method, you can go anywhere you want, whenever you want, and that the ability to do, you know, I didn't have to play like an 8-bar something and a 9-bar something. I did a 4 and a 5, and I could sort of just quickly cut off that 5 beat for the chorus, and that way you're not boring your people with some long stuff. So if you got like a long one, which we're going to show in the Pink Floyd, you could do the full long, I think it's like 18 measure verse. But in this method, you could probably do it in 8. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, I've cleared everything out, and now we're going to try the exact same song using the rhythm, built-in rhythm in the Boss 600 instead of my percussive acoustic. I'm going to see how it goes. It might whack out when we hit the chorus. So I'm going to use, I have just a little click track, not the fancy drums built in. The click track is from the 600, but it's not a drum kit. So I'm going to do a 4-bar deal on track 1. I'm going to turn down my microphone so you don't hear the clicking of the stuff. And then right after one more cycle, I'm going to record the chorus. And then we'll try, the verse. We'll do the verse, then we'll try the chorus. So let's give it a shot, right? Okay, already something got wacky, but I will say I did the verse, the first track, longer than my percussion. Let me clear that out. You remember my percussion was just 2 bars? Let me try it that way. I'm gonna do the exact same thing this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should be the same. Here we go. Yeah, like, I don't know what's going on. That's a good example that stumps me, which means I think my method for the multiple bar deal is not good with percussion. In the first video, I believe Dino did use the full drum, built-in stuff from Boss, and it works great for the all stop method. The way I've got all the settings set up here, which you'll see in a second, it doesn't work with this rhythm deal. So anyway, bummer, but we'll see. All right, so let's hop into those settings right now and take a look at how I did what I did using this exact setup. I'm starting in the menu button, which is the first or one of the buttons on the top of the device. So once you click that, you go here. Those 3 are sort of irrelevant to this. And the first one is this control function. Again, I'm just going to show you if you go to pedal modes right there, and I explained all this in the first video, so I'm going to go a little bit faster if you really want it slower, is on mode 1, pedal 1 is track record and play. If I go back up, pedal 2 is track 2 record and play. 3 is track 3 record and play, but here's where it gets different. The 4th pedal is all start, all stop, and the 5th pedal is all start, all stop. Again, I went deep in the other video on that specifically, as well as the next thing here. I'm backing back out. Let's go to the assigns. These are all the same. So if I go to 1, it's pedal mode, pedal 4. This time, pedal 4 in mode 1 turns on track 2, plays track 2. If I come back out and go to the second assign, also pedal 4 turns on track 1. So that's the percussion you just heard. And if I go to assign 3, pedal 5 turns on the percussion track 1 as well. And then 4, also pedal 5, turns on track 3, the chorus. So all of that is the same, and the other assigns here don't really matter. I mean, I've got them assigned to do other stuff, like I said in the other video. So let me go back out though. So now I'm going to try to go, I cleared out the loop here, but let me go to, I'm going to hit the loop button on top of the 600. Let me see if I can show you a different view here. That view right there. So previously I was in the menu. Now I'm going to hit loop right there. So loop gets me right there. And now let's go back here. So let me show you. Here's what I'll do. I will go back to track 1 first. I'm going to hit that button. There's all my settings. I'm just going to sort of go through and let you pause and rewind. So I go to the next screen over. I'm going to the right. I don't quite know what every single one of these does, but I'm just showing you. So track 1, though, the big one, is set to multi. And multi is really good because that means it'll keep playing with all the other tracks, and loop sync is on for this thing, and it has a free measure. I don't even know what that means. Again, and then you go one more over. There's all the tempo sync, bounce in. I think that's stock, but you go one more over. There's that, and that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back for the sake of organization here, and if I hit loop. Now we're on track 2. So this is track 2. Ignore the play level. That's just my volumes that I've got going on. So we're on track 2. In fact, if I back out, I'll just make sure you see it right there, track 2. Okay. I think it's all the same until you get here. And that first one, that play mode, is single. So again, this isn't a total explanation of that, but track 2 will play along with that percussion, but it will not, you'll see track 3 will not play when this one's on. So that one's also on free, and loop sync is on. Go one more over. I think that's all the same. One more over, and that's it. Okay, let me hit escape, and let's go this time. I'm going to go get my hands in the way. Track 3. So this is where it gets a bit interesting. Let me hit the button. I think all that stuff's the same. Again, ignore the play level. All that's the same. And this is where some of the magic happens. I'm going to keep going through some of the settings, but this one is also in single mode, but check out the measure. This is the big key. For that song, the track 3, the chorus, I did a 5-bar thing. I preset it to 5, and I turned loop sync off. So loop sync was on for everything except this track. And I think this might be where a lot of the magic is happening. Otherwise, if you turn them all off, all loop sync, things get screwed up. If you turn them all on, things don't work. So by setting this at 5, so in a minute, I'm going to do the Pink Floyd deal, and I'm going to set this measure to like 10, I think, because I'm going to do the verse first. You'll see that in a second. But for that, in other words, figure out if you do a, at least for this method, I did a 4-bar verse. Actually, that was on free. Let's go back to, let me make sure. I guess I didn't need to do that. Let me go back to 2 and hit that. And you come over here. Yep, the measure is free. Okay, so now we're on track 3. Track 3, the measure is 5. So I preset the measure to 5. If I didn't do that, all heck breaks loose. All right, so that's those settings. And again, if you go further on 3, there's that, and there's that. I don't think I touched those. Okay, so that's a big bunch of the magic. Now, under record dub, I don't think that plays in here. It just means I dub right away after playing something. Quantize is off. That's really important. I don't think the auto record stuff matters, but that's there. The bounce is off. I don't think that matters. I don't think any of that matters. So that one's pretty simple. But let's go back up a level, and I'm going to go to play. And the string track change is immediate. I think I could have changed that one. You could experiment. I think I could have made the immediate be loop end. And when I was building the song, going from tracks 2 to 3, I think that would have helped. But it does not help when you start using the 4 button and the 5th button, because those are the all start, all stop. So I don't think there's a way to sort of preload your chorus after you've already fully built the song. The current track I don't think matters. I don't think the fade out matters. And let's go to the right. I don't think those matter. But if you keep going, I don't know if I did something here that helps, but I would do those exact settings. I set my sync adjust to beat. I don't know what that means. I set my immediate, my speed change to immediate. I don't know what that means. And the loop length 1, I don't know why that would be there. And that's it. Okay, and now let's do the next song. This is Us and Them by Pink Floyd. I want to show you something. Here's what I've done. You saw all the settings, but now I have tweaked one thing. I cleared out all the loops. I cleared out everything, and I set track 3's measure to 10. I preset it, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to mix it up here. It might fail, but I think it's going to work. I'm going to record a little percussive track on track 1, very basic. Then I'm going to record my verse on track 3, because the verse is longer. I think you'll get the point. Maybe I didn't sit there and do the math, but the verse is longer than the chorus in this song. And so if I'm right, though, it's 18 measures, and I don't feel like waiting that long here. I think everything I do will work if you change the 10 over here, if you change that to an 18. But for now, I did 10. You'll see why in a second. So basically, I'm going to do a 10-bar verse, but I'm going to make track 3 my verse, and then I'm going to do the chorus on track 2, and I think it's more like an 8-bar. So I think we've got 10-bar on 3, 8-bar on whatever. So let me try this again. Let me go to that view. Tell you what, I'm going to go switch that screen back out so you can see everything. And, to give you something better to look at in the bottom left-hand corner, there's Star Wars. So here we go. I got to think this one through. I'm in C. I don't know if it's in C, but that's just what I'm playing it in. So don't judge me. All right. Let's try this. Let me think. I'm going to do a little faster than the original because it's pretty long. Ready? Very basic. Okay. Think we did it. Let me solo and see how we did. And I'm going to start over this one right here. Ready again? Ready? Go into the chorus. Oh, bad note. But you can see I am able to move around whenever I want to. Oh my gosh. Let's start it over. Ready? See? I can just sort of shortcut it. Let me try that note again. Ready? I didn't practice this. All right, I didn't really practice this, but you get the point. Very basic loop. And I could even go back whenever I want to, or let's say, I'm so focused on the whole mechanics of all this that I'm forgetting to play. But pretty sweet, huh? There you go. Good example of 10 bar kind of deal on track 3, 8 on whatever. You could do whatever. The key is, before you get going, program that note, which means that bar. So again, if I was to go here and I go over there to the measure, and it's on 10 right there, and that is the key. Because let's just say you want to do 10 songs and 5 of them have an odd beat kind of stuff. You could go in and pre-program them all, before your gig, and set them up with different measures for the right thing. And the problem, I think, overall, is that you got to be like a math whiz to sit there and a photographic memory to remember it all. So I definitely think it's a workaround and a hack from Boss. But that 10 right there could be your friend to change the measure and follow all the other settings. All right, so that is it. Those are the deep dive into the settings. I hope this was helpful. If it was, like, subscribe, click the button and the bell and all that good stuff, and let me know what you think. And also check out part 1 where I went deep into that all start, all stop. These, I think, are really going to help me, and they create a great way to do these songs have multiple lengths and different styles, hopefully reliably. I haven't tried everything, and you can tell it's a workaround, but maybe it'll be helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments. And again, if I'll be doing a bunch more Boss videos, RC-600 videos, either just looping fun and performances or tutorials. I don't know if I'll get into every single geeky feature of the thing, because some of them aren't that fun to me. So mostly I like to do what's going to help me and have some fun. So hopefully it'll help you too. Catch you later.